If you're waiting to feel motivated before taking action, you're doing it backwards. Most people think motivation is the starting point. They think successful people wake up inspired, energized, and ready to conquer the day. But that's not reality. The truth is, motivation is one of the most unreliable things you can depend on. It's here one day, gone the next. And if your progress depends on whether you feel like it, you're going to spend a lot of your life stuck. So if you've ever wondered why you keep starting things but struggle to stay consistent, this video is for you. Because today we're going to talk about why motivation fails and what actually works when you want real, lasting change. We're going to go over the motivational myth. Let's start with something that might surprise you. Motivation isn't what creates action. Action creates motivation. Think about the last time you cleaned your house. Did you wake up excited to vacuum, fold laundry, and scrub the bathroom? Probably not. But once you started, something happened. You cleaned one room, then another, then suddenly you had momentum. That's because our brains are wired to resist effort initially, but reward progress once we're moving. The problem is that social media has convinced us that successful people are motivated all the time. We see the gym selfies, the 5 a.m. routines, the productivity videos, the success stories. But what we don't see are the hundreds of days the same people didn't feel like doing the work and did it anyway. Motivation is an emotion, and emotions are temporary. Nobody would trust their entire financial future to a feeling. And nobody would want to build a marriage solely on feeling excited every day. Yet somehow, people expect motivation to carry them through years of hard work. That's a losing strategy because motivation is great when it's there. The problem is that it's not always there. And that's when most people quit. We're going to go over why motivation disappears. Here's what happens. You get inspired. Maybe it's New Year's Day. Maybe you watch a motivational video. Maybe you hit a breaking point in life. You decide things are going to change. You create goals. You buy the workout plan. You buy the planner. You make promises to yourself. For a few days, everything feels amazing. Then reality shows up. The alarm clock goes off. You're tired. Work is stressful. Life gets busy. The excitement fades. And suddenly you're waiting to feel motivated again. Psychologists call this hedonic adaptation. Basically, our brains get used to things quickly. That initial excitement that felt so powerful, it's temporary. Your brain normalizes it. That's why people get excited about a new job, a new relationship, a new fitness plan, or a new goal. But eventually, the novelty wears off. The people who succeed aren't the ones who maintain motivation forever. They're the ones who expect motivation to disappear and have a plan for when it does. That's the difference. They're not stronger. They're not more gifted. They're just less dependent on motivation. Now we're going to go over what actually works. So if motivation isn't an answer, what is? Systems. A system is simply something you do whether you feel like it or not. Think about brushing your teeth. You don't wake up every morning feeling deeply motivated to brush your teeth. You just do it. It's automatic. The goal isn't to become motivated. The goal is to make positive behaviors automatic. Let's use fitness as an example. Most people set goals like, I want to lose 30 pounds. But successful people focus on systems. Like, I go to the gym every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. One is outcome based, the other is behavior focused. And behavior is something you can control. You can't control when motivation shows up. You can control whether you walk through the gym door. You can control whether you write one page. You can control whether you spend 10 minutes learning a new skill. The more you focus on systems, the less motivation matters. And that's incredibly freeing because now your success isn't tied to a mood. And now we're going to go over the power of small wins. Here's another mistake people make. They think change has to be dramatic. They think they need a complete life overhaul. But research consistently shows that small, consistent actions beat occasional bursts of extreme effort. Think about it. Reading 10 pages a day doesn't sound impressive until you've read multiple books by the end of the year. Walking 20 minutes a day doesn't sound life-changing until you've done it hundreds of times. Saving $20 a week doesn't seem significant until years have passed. Most people underestimate what they can accomplish through consistency, and they overestimate what they can accomplish through motivation. Small wins matter because they build confidence. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, you strengthen your identity. You start seeing yourself differently, not as someone trying to get disciplined, but as someone who is disciplined. And that shift changes everything because behavior tends to follow identity. And now we're going to go over becoming the person and not the goal. This might be the most important point in the entire video. You have to stop asking, how do I stay motivated? You should start asking, what kind of person do I want to become? There's a huge difference. Goals are temporary. Identity lasts. For example, don't focus on running a marathon. Focus on becoming a runner. Don't focus on losing weight. Focus on becoming someone who prioritizes their health. Don't focus on writing a book. Focus on becoming a writer. When you build your identity around your habits, consistency becomes easier because now you're not doing something, you're becoming someone. And that's much more powerful. So if you've been waiting for motivation to show up before you start changing your life, stop waiting. Motivation isn't coming to save you. And honestly, that's good news because motivation is unreliable. Systems aren't, habits aren't, consistency isn't. The people who make real progress aren't the people who feel motivated every day. They're the people who take action on the days they don't. Start small, focus on systems, build momentum. And remember this, you don't need motivation to get started. You need to get started to create motivation. If this video helped you, leave a comment and let me know what goals you're currently working towards right now. And if you're trying to build a healthier mindset and take control of your life, make sure to subscribe because we've got a lot more content coming your way. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.